for the next week. The challenge is Noah's Ark. Use as many different types of unit as possible and send those submissions through as per usual. If you guys are ever watching this YouTube video weeks or months down the line, go to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/x5_pig. And of course, type in !ICYFAR. You'll see what that week's current challenge is and be able to do that. So hopping into stream, immediately we realize we've got a little thing blocking the overlay, and I'm going, Piggy, you've got some fantastic fucking production skills. Ah, look at that, moves it out of the way. Got some skills on me yet. Thank you guys for hanging out. This time, of course, we're casting last week's challenge. It is Doppelganger. So these players had to try and play like their opponent's race. We told Protoss players to, or Protoss or Terran to try and swarm Zerg, players to try and multi-drop the shit out of Terran, cannon rush Protoss. But really, you can do whatever the fuck you want as long as it's something to fucking emulate your opponent's race. I think there's going to be some weird creative shit happening. I don't know exactly what it's going to involve. Hopefully there's some creative stuff that surprises us. Down here in the bottom right-hand side, in the red, representing fire, it is Flare. And it looks like that is going to go down and build a hatchery in the wall. Oh my gosh. Okay. Up here in the top left-hand side, in the blue, the Protoss player, it is Freakin. Oh, fuck yes. Okay. So, if you're Zerg, you're playing against Protoss. What does Protoss do? Protoss always walls off their natural, right? So, Flare is going to wall off as Zerg against Protoss. See, this is. I knew there was going to be weird shit I didn't expect in this week's ICYFAR. I was like, this is such a silly challenge. I know people are going to surprise me with some fucking just incredible stupidity. And so far, I'm impressed. I think Freakin here, the Protoss player, is a tad confused. He's like, what the fuck is this? This is that moment where if you guys have ever played a game like this, you know you immediately have your fucking blood pressure kick up a notch. You're like, what the fuck's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? What? I don't understand. Why would you put that there? Freakin's so confused. So like, I better stay on one base because this hatchery seems aggressive. I don't know. I think Flare's just gonna long distance mine. This is great. Freakin's shitting the bed right now. Is just freaking out, banking up minerals. Is a bit afraid to expand, I think. And yeah, just standard opening. It's just like, no, just gonna get queens, gonna get some Zergling speed. Yeah, it's just normal stuff, buddy. Another drone coming down. Oh, we're gonna complete. Yeah, you got a full wall. You never know when the speed zealots might try to do a run by against you. Put down a Roach for him. Maybe put an Evo chamber here later. Oh, this is fantastic. Fucking love it. Flare doing his best Protoss impersonation. This is great. This Overlord's just gonna have a bit of a perv as well. This Overlord's pretending it's an observer. He's like, I'm invisible. You can't fucking see me. I'm in pervert mode. He's making little buzzing noises and shit. He's pretending to be a robot. He's like, and the Protoss are like, what the fuck is that Overlord doing? And the Overlord's like, they can't see me. They absolutely can see you. No matter how much you think you're a fucking observer, you're not. You're a big fat floating fucking tentacled brain thing that no doubt smells pretty bad, especially if you decide to climb inside it. It's not actually as secretive as it thinks, but there's only a sentry on the way. It's gonna be able to tickle that away eventually. This probe here is like, what the fuck is going on, mate? I've got to have a look around and figure out what's happening. Back at home, you know what? Oh, let's just get a hatchery up nice and slow. Get another gas. Why not? We're going to complete the wall. There's going to be 2 entrances. So just like a Protoss player, there's going to be a fucked up wall. So that's a very good impersonation of a Protoss player. Oh no, the Overlord's like, what the fuck? Hacker, how come you can attack me? That's bullshit. I'm an observer. The sentry's like, get out of here, you fucking pervert. Stop watching me babies. These probes work hard. We don't need fucking perverted overlords sitting there rubbing their tentacles across their fucking little sacks here going, I'm watching you. Because let's face it, overlords get bored and they do end up stroking themselves while they perv on the opponent's base. Down here in the main, Flare's just going to go for the lair, start the overlord speed as well. Now, I'm trying to think about other kind of Protoss versus Zerg or Protoss archetypes, right? There's things like, oh, I go carriers, right? What about Archon drop? That's like the big Protoss versus Zerg thing. And we've got Overlord speed. Maybe, well, I guess Queen drop is like an Archon drop, right? I guess. I don't know what the fuck we're going to see, but maybe we'll see a Queen drop. We've got more drones on the way, of course, despite the confusion. Hyken is like, it's fine, I'm just going to make sentries and adepts and keep scouting and not dying. Hats off to Hyken for the good scouting, in fact. He's going for an observer of their own as well. This Phoenix is going to come in and scout. There's creep going across the map right now. We've got +1 range. This Roach here, the most confused little Roach you've ever seen. He thinks this is a real Zergling. He's trying to give it a kiss. He's like, oh, I want to kiss you. He doesn't realize it's a floating projection on the side of his fucking retina that the overlords put there just to try and raise morale. That's just a banner, mate. Stop trying to give it a kiss. The Roach is just fucking foaming at the mouth, as they permanently are, because let's face it, they have literally 3 brain cells in their entire fucking body. It's a unit which is designed with one purpose in mind, and that is to vomit acid on its opponent. It's not exactly the height of intelligence and problem solving, is it? It's not really top 3 fucking intelligent units, is it? No, it's most fucking certainly not. So we've got a couple of Ravagers here and a couple of droppy drops. I guess it's the closest unit size to an Archon. It's an Archon drop, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's meant to be an Archon drop. Flair's trying to figure out where the other Ravager is. He's finally broken free of that Zergling back at home, but oh no, Hyken's coming down is like, get fucked. That's not as fast as a Warp Prism, is it? But meanwhile, in the main mineral line, one Stalker gets Corrosive Bar down, another one's warped in. These Ravagers are like, mate, look at this, I've got hot pickup micro. It's a Warp Prism. I'm a Warp Prism, we're Archons, and we're gonna fucking kill all your workers. This is the fucking saddest cosplay I've ever seen. A bunch of Ravagers and an Overlord pretending to be an Archon drop. But you know what? It's doing some pretty decent damage, and I think Hyken's brain is breaking because he's like, what the fuck is this? I've never seen this in my life. It's fucking confusing. This is super weird. Hot pickup at the last second. Turns out you don't need 7 pickup range if your opponent's Stalkers are fucking sleeping on the job. Oh wait, they woke up. Oh shit. Flares and Trubs. And the Warp Prism goes down. But the Archons are going to fight. Turns out Zerg Archons, though, not a match for a couple of Stalkers. Hyken is going to defend that and fuck him up. Okay, so Hyken defense lost a bit of mining time, lost a fair few probes. Hats off to Flair for walling off the natural in this Doppelganger play. Has now gone for a fucking double Archon drop that kind of worked, but wasn't really working. And now there's a big scary fuck off push that's just going to kill him. I don't know. He needs a lot more Roaches, Ravagers, and Zerglings. He doesn't know about this push. Hyken, of course, here building a lot of these units. We've got a Forge and a Twilight Council, more Immortals on the way behind this. A couple of Pervy boys are going to get a bit of forward warning of this. I think Flair needs to pull back. Uh-oh, this Queen's out in the open. These Overlords out in the open. Flair's in Trubs right now. Flair's almost, supply blocked. Oh no, Flair's supply blocked right now. Can't make Ravagers. Uh-oh. You gotta break those rocks down or something. You gotta buy some time, but Hyken's already through. Ooh, Hyken's a bit afraid though. Isn't sure how much Zerg is gonna collapse on him if he goes through there. Oh, at the same time, a Zergling charge lot run by. Zerglings run into the mineral lines here. Flares, yeah, I guess these are Prism charge lots. Zergling run by. Prism charge lot. Same thing. Oh, the Immortal, look at that motherfucker. He just gets in the choke point and says, "Nut, you're wearing the wrong shoes." Those Zerglings are like, "Fuck off, mate. Just let us in the club." The bouncer's like, mate, you can't afford even a single fucking beer in here. Get out of here with your track pants and your Adidas. You fucking go back, go steal someone's cell phone, smoke a bong under the train tracks or some shit, okay? Get out of here. You don't fucking belong. They try to force their way into their club, and the bouncer and his friends do end up decapitating them. Good defense there by Hyken. Hyken, though, has ran all those probes away. Where are they? Where'd they go? They're on the main. Oh, 32 probes on minerals. So it turns out that Ling run by, Hyken's forgotten that he pulled all the probes away. So it's actually doing epic damage as all of these probes take advantage of the inattention of their Overseer in order to stand behind each other and pretend they're doing work. So for anyone out there with an office job, this is basically everyone past midday when they've already done their work and they're all browsing Facebook for the next 5 hours, pretending they actually need to be at work for 8 hours a day. Finally, the boss is like, wait a second, none of you actually have tasks you're doing? Are you playing fucking Minesweeper? Tells them all to get back to work, assigns some new jobs. They're like, fuck, we've got to do some more work. Shit. Here we go. Roaches and Ravagers are going to run forward down here on the bottom side. This, I'm not really sure what this is impersonating Protoss, other than, you know, Ravagers are spellcasters. Protoss are always like, oh, me race is so hard, I have to cast spells, there's active abilities, and at the same time, the charge lot run by on the other side, so we've got this beautiful little fucking stormy immortal Archon push here. Oh, fuck me! Holy shit! Oh, did you... Oh, fuck, that army just ate more biles than a fucking fat person in a Donut King, if you know what I'm saying. Or me with my Krispy Kremes at the moment, to be honest. Oh, yet again! Oh, fuck me! It's fucking delicious! Oh, Jesus! That Protoss army was hungry for some fat biles in the face. I'm actually aroused right now, guys. I may need to go take a break after this game, because I have a very, very wholesome bit of excitement in me pants region after watching those corrosive vials land in that army. That was fucking brutal. Hike in there, giving a clinic on how to eat biles. Fucking should go in one of those eating competitions, those crazy Japanese dudes that look surprisingly skinny and then eat 36 hot dogs in a row. Yeah, Hyken should go compete in that, because that was fucking crazy. That was, oh, the probes are going to join the fight here. They say, you know what? We did go through basic training. It's a good idea. I've seen Zergs defend my pushes with a worker pull. I'm going to doppelganger you straight back. Nah, it doesn't work. Nah. Ow. The Von boys, looks like they're going to finish the day here. And, you know, it looks a bit more like a Zerg versus Protoss now. In the trail end of that game. But hats off to fucking Flair for opening up with a little bit of flair. Walls off like a Protoss player at the start. Does a fucking Archon drop, aka Ravager drop, which is one of the silliest looking things I've ever fucking seen in my life. Kills a fair few units with it, and then just makes a bunch of Roaches and Ravagers and Lings, and actually just plays some good multi-prong. So, hats off to Flair there, shuts down Hyken, and a surprising start to ICYFAR with a player building a hatchery as their wall off. Good fucking choice there, Flair.